It's an awesome feeling being the hero of a video game adventure and saving the day, but sometimes secondary characters simply steal the show, making gamers wish they had more time to spend with these supporting players. Here are some famous second fiddles who are just as interesting as the main character, if not more so. Elizabeth, BioShock Infinite. Exploring the Sky City of Columbia as Booker DeWitt was a one-of-a-kind thrill, but getting to play as former sidekick Elizabeth in the underwater city of Rapture in the Burial at Sea expansion was a welcome change. Finally seeing things from her perspective and playing with her particular stealthy style was satisfying and gave her character more depth. Getting to know her so well from the main game made it all the more difficult to watch her tragic story play out in the murky deep. But gamers were thankful for one more romp around Rapture from a fresh perspective. Nick Valentine, Fallout 4. The synthetic detective Nick Valentine was one of the more memorable characters in Fallout 4's Commonwealth, and is easily distinguishable from the rest of the riffraff thanks to his signature private eye getup and Humphrey Bogart-like mannerisms. Too bad you couldn't play as him. Yeah, the game's hero has a missing son to find. But wouldn't solving wasteland mysteries as Robo Bogey have been far more entertaining? Still, having Nick as a companion isn't too shabby. Plus, you get treated to some of the best dialogue in a game full of memorable exchanges.
Skinny Malone and the rest of his boys are waiting for us somewhere. The name's, ironic, but don't let that fool you.
Lynx, Chrono Cross. You play through most of Chrono Cross on PS1 as the silent protagonist Serge, who's a bit of a blank slate. Luckily, there's a portion in the middle of the game that gets a little screwy and switches your consciousness with Lynx, the game's bad guy. It's a disorienting experience that leaves you questioning what will happen to Serge. Becoming the bad guy while you're still trying to figure out the dreadfully confusing story can initially be harrowing, but it's pretty cool how you're given a chance to see how others interact with a humanoid cat person with magic powers. In addition to the novelty of the experience, you've got a deeper understanding of the character at the end of it. Captain Price, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. Soap McTavish is the main character of the Modern Warfare arc of the Call of Duty series. But for many gamers, Captain Price stole the show. There's just something about this no-nonsense badass war dog that gamers found irresistible. It could be because of the way his backstory played out in the famous all-gillied-up sniper mission, his reassuringly deep British accent, or just how he can face world-ending war and still keep his mustache so finely groomed. Either way, it was hard to have nothing but the utmost respect for the man. King Mickey, Kingdom Hearts. The Kingdom Hearts series is full of fantastic characters and amazing locales, but one of the best things about it is King Mickey. The most famous mouse in the world certainly isn't a stranger to the world of video games, but the Kingdom Hearts series makes him, for perhaps the first time ever, a bona fide badass. Not only does King Mickey wander the many Disney worlds wearing a cool overcoat while wielding mysterious keyblades, he shows up exactly when you need him the most. Taking a beloved cartoon character like Mickey Mouse and turning him into some kind of Yoda-like take-no-prisoners Keyblade Master might be the coolest thing Square Enix has ever done. Harley Quinn, Batman, Arkham Knight. Pretty much all of the other playable characters in the Batman Arkham series deserve their own games. In particular, there's fan favorite Harley Quinn. The Harley Quinn Story Pack DLC for Batman Arkham Knight gave gamers a little sampling of what it would be like to play full-time as the crazed clown-loving lady, but it left many wanting more. There's just so much that could be done with her character in terms of story, and she's a joy to control. With her acrobatic attacks and exclusive psychosis mode, a twisted take on Batman's detective mode. Ellie, The Last of Us. Not only was the teenaged Ellie more impressive than the game's gruff hero Joel, thanks to her insane survival skills for her age, her backstory was also more compelling. In the Left Behind DLC, we see how she and her friend Riley made it in the post-apocalyptic world together, and how she lived her life before getting infected. Her relationship with Riley makes the ending of The Last of Us feel that much more poignant, because we now better understand the extent of her loss. Couple this with how she survived throughout all the winter portions of the game while simultaneously managing to keep Joel from death's door, and you've got one of the most incredible video game characters in history, who's also pretty great comic relief.
I walked into my sister's room and tripped on a bra. It was a booby trap.
Thanks for watching. Click the grunge icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.